So I came across a legal situation, obviously, and needed a lawyer. Not going into details, but I needed to have this lawyer in Chicago, and ended up looking up a couple different lawyers. Obviously, with everything I do, I get multiple bids. I look at multiple avenues, and George was very raw to the point, no time wasted, and just told me straight how it was. I like that better because I've had a lot of experience. I have a team of probably 15 different lawyers across different things for my multiple businesses. And so I can understand a couple things. And this is where I would love to definitely recommend George because of this. The things that I learned the hard way is things on billing, things on questions that weren't asked in advance, expectations that either side had that weren't discussed. And those are some of the things that, obviously, learning the hard way, those could be very costly mistakes. So when I presented these on the phone call, George understood why I was asking them. George also understood, sorry about that. George also understood that the importance of the matter to me, but what I asked was his experience and his craft. And so he was able to provide that, because you're relying on somebody that you just meet. Yes, it's a lawyer. However, I'll just leave it at that. People are people. And so their decisions ultimately reflect how they do business and things like that. So I can say that this was very, very important to me. And George passed my test, if you will. So not that my test was crazy, but there was a couple things I was looking for, and having him relate to me and basically just say exactly how it was. Some of the things I didn't like to hear, the case kind of went in a different direction ultimately than I expected. But you know what? What he did is he was ethical. He was very transparent. And those things really matter to me, because there are other lawyers out there, and I can't talk about my case specifically, but there are other lawyers out there that would just bill. Whereas I think, when you find out down the road that was the case, you get real sour about that. And I wouldn't be on the call here if that was the case here, or doing this review. So, and with that said, having George be upfront, transparent, and tell me exactly what he needed to tell me, whether I wanted to hear it or not, that was important to me. And he did just that. And he actually saved me a lot of money from going into this lawsuit a lot deeper, where my emotions were involved. And so I want to commend him for that, and highly recommend him for that. Add here, when I called the Chicago lawyers, George was the epitome of what I would have expected to be a Chicago lawyer. And I say that without joking, with everything from the mindset to the voice, very Chicago. It shouldn't be discrediting at all. I love him. And thank you, George. If you're watching this yourself, for everything that you've done for me. Won't be the first time or the last time that I'll use you, because everybody needs a lawyer.